We actually brought in some reinforcements.
No, come on.
That was not directed at all at you. It's directed at this handsome gentleman on your monitors right now. That's right. It is no other than SoOn, star DPS player for Paris Eternal. SoOn, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for you too.
Well, of course.
Of course.
You're welcome. Now, we finally saw you on the big stage. You did have your debut very recently. How did it feel for you to be back into the action?
As usual, like since the season 1, when you start your first match, you're really excited, and it's like the competition, you know, it's a passion, and you feel really happy to play your first matches.
Well, it's definitely in your wheelhouse. You know, the logo, Tracer is back in the mix. We get to see her play. So just overall, your thoughts on Hero Pool so far, I'd imagine they're positive, yeah?
Yeah. The Hero Pool for me, like, it's kind of interesting because you shift the meta every week. So for example, the previous week, we nerfed McCree and Widowmaker. So like, dive can be more played because McCree was banned. So I was able to play Tracer, and like it's my signature hero, so it feels really good.
Is that a style that suits you as a team? Do you prefer playing dive, or do you prefer playing more McCree May kind of strategy? I'm always feel I'm an aggressive player. Like I always want to be on the front. So Tracer is like perfect for me because you all the time go on the back lane and try to do the first move. So I prefer Tracer, of course.
Right on. Now, we know that the way you guys are playing, with you being aggressive in those backlines, does require a lot of communication. Your team specifically has a lot of different cultures, a lot of players from all over the world. How is the communication going for you? Not just in-game, also out of game?
As usual, like, I have a lot of experience on dive, so I gave to my teammates, especially Benbes and Nosmite, some guidelines about how to dive correctly. For example, okay, we have like to know where the enemy position, when everyone is ready, like not diving alone. So this requires a lot of practice, but we were ready when we play against Flows and Philadelphia.
Well, speaking of practice, I think maybe a lot of fans don't necessarily know, like, what's your day-to-day like when you prepare for matches?
Since the hero ban now, it's kind of hard for players and coach because you have like 4 days to practice. So you have like it's like a run, like who is gonna run the most screens possible. So you have to know which one is the best comp, which players you're gonna put on the comp, and then try to practice the roster the maximum you can. So I know it's like just rush for the week.
Just rush. So I have a non-gameplay related question, okay? So you've been in the same team as Kosta, okay? And he's joining us on the desk this season. He's new on the desk, new analyst for us. What should we know about Kosta? Because you spent a lot of time with him, you hang around with him. What should we know about Kosta that we don't already know?
Kosta? You don't know? I think everyone know Kosta. He's like someone pretty nice. He loved to be on the camera and share his experience.
Oh, I can tell, yeah.
Yeah. And he's pretty smart too. Like he has a good game sense, and as a support player, when he was like main support, it was really nice. So I think like to analyze team fights, stuff like that, he's really good.
All right, well, he's doing a good job, so.
We were trying to get the dirt on him, but
yeah,
that was way too friendly. A little bit disappointing, but you know,
maybe he likes yellow or something. You just wanted to know. Like.
Now, SoOn, you guys had a insane map number 5 when you played against Philly. We have a great clip from your perspective. Can you maybe walk us through what kind of communication went down as this was happening on Oasis?
So we know it's the last fight because it's 70%. I see the back lane already on the left, so I call like my team push left because the back lane is already close to us on the left, so we cannot give them too much space. And then like I use my pulse bomb for the trance, and then I died because I was low HP. I was like, oh, it's probably lose because they are +1 right now. But then those my two teammates and Exi able with Zombie to reverse. And then I'm like, oh, it's winnable. So I try to come as fast as possible. And then when I was here, I tried to like call the targets, like Tracer on recall. I tried to focus the Lucio because he's a support player and an easy target for Tracer. And after my call, like I'm just have to survive because I feel like we have the advantage. So if you survive, you're gonna win the team fight. So my only objective right now is just to survive and not dying and wait my teammates coming back to dive again. So I'm just waiting. No smite on being to be ready to dive their back lane.
So is it just instincts, or do you actually find time to regroup as a team and pull off strategy and organize in the team fights, or is it just every man for himself, kind of instinctive play? When is this chaotic?
You have to do both. Like you have to survive, and at the same time you have to plan to dive someone to reverse the situation. So it's kind of hard. But at this moment, when Shadow is coming up, like someone is like shouting ball, 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 and like the communication was.
That's fair.
I was going to ask if it all kind of breaks down in that instance. Just watching it was super stressful, so I can't imagine trying to play it.
Might as well be honest about it, you know? Yeah, but that was one of the sickest fight of the season.
It was. We were so stressed out watching that. Yeah. So it's really hard to imagine what went through your guys' heads as you were playing it. Huge sigh of relief. It was amazing to witness such high-level play on stage. SoOn, thank you so much for joining us today for a quick chat.
Thank you too, and yeah, have a good day.
Thank you.
You too, man.
As well, and we hope to see you and the entirety of your team again very soon in game.